What's going on, traders? Welcome to the video. My name is Nate. Just so you know, this is my first video, so I apologize if the quality is absolutely terrible. I'm sure it is. I don't really know what I'm doing. Um, but I do know a thing or two about trading, so I figured I would just kind of make a YouTube channel and, try and teach you guys something. So let's get into it. All right, so this is going to be the chart of Coinbase, and the reason why I want to show you Coinbase is because, I mean, there are just so many cool things going on with this chart. I had to share with you guys. All right, so when it comes to trading, right, and you want to enter a trade, kind of what you're looking for is you want to find a high probability trade setup, right? You don't want to take a 50% trade setup. You could, and as long as your wins are bigger than your losses, you're still going to make money the majority of the time. But you know, as a good trader, you want to find the highest probability setup possible. So I always shoot for 70, 75% probability setups, even higher if I can find them, right? So this would be one of those setups. I'd say maybe around like 70% or even higher potentially. Now, why do I say that? Well, the more factors you have uh, that converge with each other, the higher the probability setup. And on Coinbase, we have several factors that are converging. So number one, if we go all the way back here, look at this. Let's just go back and start at the beginning. So we have this big old candle right here. This is actually the IPO candle on Coinbase. So I drew a trend line going all the way across, which is going to be resistance. And also, just the fact that this is the IPO candle is going to be significant in itself, and it's going to add to the psychological factor when price comes into it. And what I mean by that is, like, let's say price was at $500, exactly $500. That's going to be a psychological level, and that's kind of what the IPO candle is. Um, so essentially, like, this is a really, really, really strong level of resistance. So we have that. Then we also have this trend line right here, which is not going to be as strong as this, but it is still a trend line. Now these two resistance levels converge right here, which tells me like that is going to be a really strong level of resistance, a very, very high probability of a pullback right here. And sure enough, look at this candle today. I mean, come on, guys. Like, this is a textbook topping tail candle. In fact, if we were to go back and look at the chart really quick and just kind of skim over, I don't see any other topping tails that are anywhere near as significant as this. I mean, let's just keep going back. And a little topping tail right there, which did precede a reversal, by the way. Um, a lot of little, we got some wicks back here. But anyways, the point is, like, this candle by itself is very significant as a bearish indicator. Now, if we factor that in with this trend line, and then also one other thing, look at this, guys. We have bearish divergence on the chart. What is bearish divergence? Essentially, it just kind of means energy is running out. It's a bearish indicator. And so all the signs here are pointing to a reversal, in my opinion. So if price does reverse, where do I think it's going to go? Well, number one, we have this resistance turn supports right here. And then also, kind of one of the things that I like to do in my trading is if we just do this trend line right here, check this out. Look at that right there. We have this converging level of support right there. So I would imagine that price is probably going to reverse somewhere right here. So if you were to take this trade short, sorry guys, like let's say you went short, right? This would be where I would exit. And in fact, like if we were just to say like right here, that's a nice 15% drop. That is a nice profit. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Hopefully it was educational, and thank you.